It's unfortunate that, time and time again, we get dragged into this emotional state where we're at odds with each other and we're fighting with one another. Um, and the sad part about it is we don't realize that we're being set up. We're being set up to be emotional. I believe there's a faceless institution. It's governing bodies, but there's no face. And this institution controls everything, whether it be world leaders, political figures, people that rise to influence. Even if you think about world leaders in other countries, whatever the case may be, this institution controls everything, including the media. So now, this young man, I think his name is Charlie Kirk. If I said his name wrong, I apologize. People believe he was killed because of his position, his political position and views, and some of the things he's said. But I don't believe he was killed because of that. I believe he was sacrificed by a larger institution because there's a bigger agenda. But unfortunately, we get sucked into this, and you have people on one side saying that his actions and energy created it. It created his assassination. And you got people on the other side that shared his views, feel like people are celebrating his death and they're disgusted by it and they feel like it's time to go to war. So all they do is keep people at odds and keep people fighting each other. And I just think if you look at all the assassinations throughout history, they all serve the same purpose, to get us emotional. If you think about JFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Gandhi, whoever the case may be. It was so many instances where this has happened that makes people emotional, becomes a great distraction, and it keeps us at odds. And for me personally, the only reason this hit my radar because I had a few friends post about it, but if it's not about oneness, it really doesn't hit my radar. And unfortunately, too many of us, we take sides. We believe in one thing and one thing only. And whoever speaks for that, we feel like it speaks for us and we ride with that. But constantly becoming emotional and being set up to be emotional, it keeps us from being able to see and connect to the God within us. See, that God within us reveals all things. And when you start understanding life and you get that reveal, what it will have you do is understand humanity as a whole. You won't necessarily try to eliminate one thing. You wouldn't necessarily believe that this way is the right way. You'll understand that all ways, everything that's happening is working on behalf of the other. You will no longer be at odds or see something as an enemy or an impediment to something that you want to see happen. You'll understand that that is the very thing helping it become. And you'll no longer get so emotional. You'll see things very clearly and you'll have understanding. You'll understand the plight of human beings. And you take a lot of emotion out of you. But unfortunately, they keep a lot of us calcified, hardened, our pineal gland hardened, and very few truly have that revelation of God. Because when you really have a revelation of God, nothing is against you and you don't separate yourself from anything. You start understanding all things are working in conjunction. It won't be no such thing like people say, the Bible has chosen, God has chosen people. It won't be no such thing as that. You understand that all things, it has value, and all things serve a very crucial part to the big picture in the grand scheme of things. But it's just unfortunate, man, that here we are again, and we've been doing this ad nauseum. We get emotional, and now there's fight against each other. We get caught up in being a Democrat or Republican or independent. We choosing these sides, and we really give a whole bunch of stake to political figures, thinking that they really running things and doing things, and they're not. They're just a face or a puppet for a larger agenda, and that's just what it is. But here we are again. But the more you start understanding and surrendering to your core and have that reveal, you'll start trusting God's plan as opposed to trying to take matters into your own hand. And don't get me wrong, some people will take matters into their own hand. That's by design as well. That too is a part of God's plan. Y'all have a good one. Happy Saturday. Godspeed.